bring colour into their lives. Those who look too young to buy alcohol themselves ask strangers to do it for them, or they simply buy legal drugs that later make them puke their guts out in the most horrific trip of their still short lives. There are also full-blown drug addicts, but nobody sees them or talks about them. They are the poorest, lowest dregs of society, even by the standards of our town, because they have spent all the miserable fortune they had on drugs. After that, they don't have access even to the cheapest of knockoffs, so those who manage to live that long spend their last money, earned by stealing, selling their apartments for a few doses, or beggaring, on crocodile, the most vile and toxic substance in existence. Crocodile is extremely cheap to produce, and its ingredients can be bought at any pharmacy, but the effects of just one injection are so horrible that I would prefer death. Crocodile means crocodile in Russian, and I first heard of it in a joke. Crocodile will eat your legs. Turned out that wasn't a joke. The concoction contains arsenic, which clings onto the walls of the veins and causes complete cellular degeneration of the limb. In just a few months, it rots away and falls off. Those who are lucky die in clinics or mental asylums. Those who are not are found on the streets and are buried in nameless graves. People there are grumpy and unfriendly, but I don't judge them. With an average salary of $300, they don't even live. They struggle to survive. Kids and teens run unchecked, so deaths from alcoholic intoxication or early pregnancies, while not exactly common, do not surprise anyone. Sometimes the kids just vanish, and only a small fraction of them are found. Those who aren't are probably not even in Russia anymore. I could go on and on about roads and bribes and trash and falling trees and drunk drivers and suicide groups and teen prostitution and rich priests in their gold-covered churches and blatant disregard for people by the authorities. I could start and never finish. But I wanted to tell not about how I lived in that hell, but how I escaped from it and what challenges I had to overcome on the way out. I can't say I was the sharpest tool in the shed, but I always knew there was more to life than what I saw around me. My friends had always been telling me to stay put, to value what I have, and that it was not our way. But then, what really was our way? To have 2 children by the age of 20, and to be divorced by the age of 21? To work as a machine operator at a barely functional factory? To have all your fun in life limited to whoring and sharing a bottle at your friend's rotten dormitory after work? To age twice as fast and blame the West for everything wrong in your life while singing sermons to your radiant, uncaring leader? Their words didn't affect me in the way they wanted them to. If anything, I took their words the other way. You are no better than the rest of us, so stay in line. But I had a person who guided me to the successful life I have today. My father. My father often liked to gloat in his drunken stupor that he, unlike those overfed Moscow parasites, was a working man who managed to carry our whole family on his shoulders. I never understood why he overlooked my mother's just as hard-earned contribution to the family budget, or what was so exclusive, luxurious, or special about the status of a worker, if it meant living such a low life. He was a drunkard, and that's all there is to say about him. No matter where they live, drunkards are all the same, so that characteristic is more than enough to paint a full portrait of the man. I didn't hate him. In fact, it was due to him that I realized what I would end up like had I stayed. Not that he played any active role in that realization. The only thing that I was actually thankful to him for was that he managed to stop at just 1 child. My studies did not hold me back either. Getting through the hoops of higher education was easy, because nobody cared enough about us to make it hard. And could you even call it a higher education? Was getting ready to work at the factory considered a higher education? Was that